When looking at surrogacy in Ukraine, it may surprise you that even a number of clinics do not do all their surrogacy testing and their care for their surrogate at their clinic during the pregnancy. It's essential that you know where your surrogate and hence your unborn child are going to be cared for throughout the entire term of the pregnancy. We make sure that none of the care is done at local hospitals or facilities. Because most surrogates do not live in the capital, do not live in major cities, and for their own security, this is a really wonderful thing, that they live in an area where there's fresh air, they can walk around, where there's no strategic objects, nothing to worry about. However, the medical facilities in these areas just are not up to the standards they are in the capital. So we, unlike many in Ukraine, will not cut corners on that. We insist that they always go to the very best hospitals, clinics, and care centers in Ukraine. Whether this is Lviv or Kyiv, they're going to facilities that are completely Western, that have all potential necessary equipment, and that the doctors and technicians and specialists all have the international trained experience to make sure that they're taking care of them in the very best way. This is something that we feel very strongly about and that should never be cut any corners. Local doctors do not know the history of that woman, nor do they know potentially a lot about surrogate pregnancies that are very sensitive and different than other pregnancies. We're faking the body into believing it's pregnant, and it needs a lot of chemicals and a lot of care to maintain a healthy pregnancy. So it's important to know exactly where she's going to be looked after throughout the entire pregnancy. And in our case, it's also important that they always have a personal attending physician so that that person can be contacted 24/7 as well and maintain seamless knowledge and documentation and understanding of her health history.